Hello, this is Quinn with PTSD while black. I have PTSD and I'm black. Anyhow, welcome to my channel for tonight. Um, just doing some brain check-ins. This week I had experienced a moment of, hello there. I had experienced a moment of my brain being kind of fuzzy after just cooking and taking out the trash. So today was a day of rest. And what's really cool is I did not have any seizure-like episodes today. I did have some moments of like memory loss and stuff like that, but all I did is just rested. That was it. I rested. I played solitaire and listened to things like recordings of speeches and things in the background, and listened to meditation recordings that I had created before my injuries. They were really helpful. And yeah, today's a better day, and I'm guessing that I'm getting a little bit more of the balance of what to do with my brain while it is healing. And maybe this is the most healed it'll be, and maybe it'll get better and better over time, brain injuries aren't kind of like breaking your leg. It's a little bit more like even a broken leg takes time to heal, right? But if there was not the proper support for it to heal, it may not heal correctly. And that's really what I experienced, is that I wasn't really given like a treatment plan for this. I went to the emergency room and they're like, you waited too long to come to the emergency room, so here's some muscle relaxers. Good luck. That's it. So I'm just like, okay, because we thought it would get better if I just iced my head and rested, but it totally didn't. So I can't go back and change what happened then, but I do have the ability to love on myself now. And so that's something really, really important to embrace. And so stress management has been so helpful. Breathing, deep breathing, meditation, also frankincense. Yeah, frankincense is the incense that some people in the brain injury group have recommended for improving brain function. And I have been burning frankincense. I have to make an oil. I also have like the scented drops. I have to make an oil. They said to rub it on your feet to help with that, but I haven't done that yet. I've bought the oil. Now I just need to make a body rub with the drops and stuff. Yeah. So I'm glad that I'm getting some progress, and I'm grateful that a friend of mine, I had a phone call with her, and I already uploaded a video about our phone call, but I'm just really grateful that she had reminded me that I'm someone who has a lot to offer the world. I have so many big ideas that can come through me. And that even if people were to steal my ideas, they still can't do things the way that I can. They can never think the way that I do. They can never present the way that I could present. And so I'm like, oh, because I've spent a large part of my life, and let me just take ownership for my part in this. I spent a large part of my life being like, oh, I just want to contribute to society. I don't care about being significant. I don't care about receiving credit. Well, yes, I do. I do care about receiving credit for what I create. Okay, because I want that significance. So how am I giving myself that significance? Regardless if society or the people who steal my ideas acknowledge that I did something, how am I creating my own significance? How can I value these things myself? So I'm grateful that I am learning this now. And what, see, I still have a little bit of memory. Like, the train leaves the station without me sometimes, you guys. It's happened multiple times when I was mentoring today, um, with the ladies that I get to help. But we have a certain sense. Oh, that's it. That's what it was. Even if people steal my ideas, even if they take the very creative things that I make, the idea is out there. The concept of the idea is out there. And hell, they may be better at marketing the idea than I could, but the idea is there. So let them steal them. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Because anyone who steals my ideas will never be able to implement them the way that I could. Would never be able to provide the touch, the warmth, the compassion, the understanding that I have. Someone else would not be able to reproduce that. And I'm really grateful for my friend just saying that today. But my problem is I have 1,001 ideas that just like flood through, and I try to jot them down. I try to put them on Post-its. For example, I don't know if I posted this recently, that my husband and I need to create a coupleship shining and receiving agreement. Because part of my issue is, how do I allow myself to be publicly visible and receiving and doing the Quinn, which is all the crazy things that Quinn can do with the singing and the public speaking and the voice acting and the balloon art and ranting. How can I be as big and bold out there with all of my gifts, talents, skills, and abilities? And how will I conduct myself if that would take away from our relationship? Like when we go to karaoke, I feel very guilty for talking to other people across the way from us. I'm the kind of person at karaoke, before I met my husband, I would talk to everybody in the entire restaurant. I would just be talking to everyone and saying, do you want to sing? I will sing with you. That's who I was before we got married. My husband's very much so an introvert, and I'm an extro introvert, because that's how I got over my social anxiety disorder. Was I forced myself to be sociable. And my partner, you said you've only been working on your social anxiety when you moved to SoCal, right?
Yeah.
So I have like just a few years ahead of him on doing that. So it's a different reality. And like part of this shining agreement, being out there, being our full selves agreement, it's kind of like, I'm realizing my husband never told me to not shine. I just feel guilty for shining. I feel guilty like I'm leaving him behind. And that comes from my family of origin, which is, if you do very well, you're leaving the family behind. Because I had heard that about my sister choosing to go to college. And the way that my mom's response to it was like, big deal, she's going to college, woohoo. So I didn't put an emphasis on me going to college, even though I was an honor student. I was like, all right, I graduate high school and then you die. That's how life goes. And then you work until you die. And so I have been fulfilling that destiny. But can I instead be fully me with the capabilities that I do have, and not feel like I'm leaving people behind? And accepting that people are exactly where they want to be. And like my husband's like, woo, whatever it is that I decide to do. He said the most beautiful thing to me this past weekend, Halloween weekend, whatever, that I was working an event. He's like, it's so fun and beautiful to see you come alive in your element, doing what you love to do, making balloons and socializing with families. And like, I have a responsibility to be in that element, because I have a responsibility to bring that joy to communities. I think I've already said this, but it was just so funny watching burly, strong, men just grin ear to ear like little kids as they're watching me create stuff. I'm like, yes, grown-ups get to be kids again, but because of what I do, I bring joy and wonder into this world. I remind people of possibility. And so I have a responsibility to shine. I have a responsibility to be out there and to be fully me. Um, and it's irresponsible, completely irresponsible for me to not do that and for me to be stuck in someone else's views or expectations of me. I think that's a big part too of my non-shining is because, oh, I'm wounded, I'm broken, I'm differently abled. I can't possibly um, do too much or be out there because I'm not supposed to be. Well, I can work, I can perform in whatever capacity that I'm able to, with the mind and body that I do have. I'm just recognizing being out of my element again is like I have the responsibility to invite communities to heal. And that's the other thing that I'm wanting to get back into now that I'm having better speech. I'd like to get back into doing hypnotherapy. I wanted to be a stage hypnotist, but that's just not in the cards right now. Right now, it's not in the cards. But as my body and brain get better, that might be something that I could have the prolonged ability to do because there's also presence. But hypnotherapy is inviting people to heal themselves. And it's just me being really a facilitator for someone to choose to make the changes that are necessary in their lives. Um, I love watching people come alive and being there for themselves, their full selves. So I might as well get back into that. And so that's going to have to be put on the shining contract too of how will I be allowing myself to perform? Because one of the things that I always had a fear of too when we first got together was me earning more than my partner. Because when we first got together, I was working a job where I was getting crazy bonuses and um, I would work a lot of overtime and stuff like that. So I was making more money than my partner when we first got together. And I felt guilty and ashamed. And there were some actual real discussions about um, a woman earning more than a man. We had some really healthy discussions about that actually. But I realized that's part of, I think, the holding on to the illness and the holding on to slowing down has been because I don't want to, one, earn more than my partner too much. Two, I don't want to um, hurt myself going back into the workforce and earning. So I have to look at what is the balance. I'm also, as I'm talking, I'm scanning my body to see what's going on. Losing feeling in my left foot as I'm talking. So I'm like, okay. um, so I'm doing some memory recalling those memories. It's kind of interesting how this brain works. It recalling these memories, it uses up like, okay, you may not be able to walk, but you can remember. um, yeah. Yeah, don't ask me to count backwards from 100 by threes. Oh, that was so funny doing that test. Um, it's like, I can do it, but I don't know if I can sit up straight anymore. um, but I'm just recognizing that there's more that I can do to contribute in this life than to just, I'm not just someone who's broken with a brain injury, and I'm not someone who can earn and take care of myself like other people can do. For example, I can't brush my hair every day or twist my hair every day because it hurts my neck. And then when that hurt happens, I start getting headaches, and then I'm at risk of too much pain brings on the brain weirdness. So it's just little things like that that I have to accept about um, my reality. And with these, I know I'm going on, but with the whole stalking situation I've been through, and the ambient abuse was like, you need to get a job, and you are lazy, and you are. I'm like, I'm very far from lazy, very far from it. It's just I'm not choosing to hurt myself anymore. And there's I to me it feels very lazy the way I've been these past few months dealing with them, because it's either I can put my energy into ooh, I can either put my energy into my projects and my community, and at the same time I was dealing with fixing my computer because of these people, and dealing with rumors and storytelling and all this stuff because of these people. And um, so it's like, I've got choices of energy reserves. Where am I going to put my energy? And so I'm like, you're attacking me and telling me I'm lazy. There was someone who used to do that too, to an entire population of people. And you're behaving just like those people. I know Black people aren't lazy. It's just we're tired. We're tired. But we can get out there and we do it. We do what we need to, right? Anyhow, so that's just where my brain is focusing today. I need to go to bed. All right, till next time, friends. Peace.